I've been getting such intense downloads. It's not fair to the person who has like daily um, practical concerns. When I mean, it's just time to get downloads. You don't say, oh, now I'm going to take some time to get downloads. No, it becomes like a season or a time. And I didn't know that this thing was really happening until I heard other people saying, oh no, you're getting downloads. Tell your up here it's like common, and people are saying, no, tell your spirit guides to give you a break, that you need a little break because they're excited to get a hold of you, and they don't know that you have these kind of density style practical concerns, like that, I have to breathe here. I'm doing a physical body here. I have all this. So my point is just really see, I happen to think that this is why you want to partner up with with and be there for other people. If they're going through this, then you can understand it. See, and that world will be so different. What I'm just looking at now, which has vanished from the earth, but there's remnants as if you can see it. The pyramids and the way that they were built and stuff, and the way that the cities were fashioned then, so different. I mean, their vehicles were different. It was interplanetary, and so this was just a stopping ground. Okay, the Taurus age. If you knew, the Taurus age is pointing at the most luxurious. If you knew Taurus, and most, the opposite is Scorpio, and they kind of manifest, and they're like, if you see their statues on their buildings, and these buildings were 3D printed. Try to understand, it's not made by hands. Maybe the machinery was made by hands and it's there and we do it, and it's not discovered that it's fucking massive. Massive um alchemic thing that goes on with the machinery, that and the stones. They can just sit on top of a mountain-sized thing, like right over there. That I had this rock sticking out. They can just go and form an amazing, perfectly symmetrical thing. That's 3D printing. It's not. So, but do we admit that maybe that's what's happening? No, we're still thinking Stone Age, because the way that they try to bring everybody up from the mud, it's like, okay, interesting, but a child has a better brain than that. And what was I trying to talk about? That I'm getting so many fucking downloads. That okay, so my thing is, it's like, here I am trying to record, and I would like to tell you about it, but I'm the Aries rising that is too impatient, not going to be able to articulate anything very clearly, and or even like say worthwhile, until Pluto goes in Aquarius. What's going to happen is that everything is going to refine as far as the Libra. If the Libra is struggling with something right now, if you've been isolated, mainly, babes, if you didn't get caught up in that toxic fucking relationship that I'm looking at, a lot of my generation has just fallen. And they're stuck in, say, the paradigm of what their parents set up for them on a very subconscious, like really deep and hellacious level of just like, couldn't you just let that go and let those people be people, and then you go do your own thing and meditate, and then fucking realize your real life and just say, wow, now what can we afford to be for each other at this point? Do you pay attention? Do you want my product? Do you want Shauna brand, or you want to go to somewhere else? I don't know. They're talking about brands. I hate the talk and the mentality that comes with money. Hate it. I'm the one who notices. I'm the one who notices. It's like, okay, so somebody can be really quiet and you can be not connecting, and then like you can mention, well, there's 30% off over there, and usually it's a 50 cent or 50% interest or whatever, and they'll just pipe up, oh yes, and about shit that's like, okay, here's a person that I can't respect any more than a car salesman. Get real, you fucking money making stupid assholes. Excuse me, I am being verbally abusive at this point. It's Mars. There is a population that it's like, where can I go to just beat people into fucking getting the truth? Because That's what they need. I'm sorry. It's not good either. I ruined this video. I'm pretty sure I was onto something, but no, it's hard to be alone with this and doing it. But maybe there's no other way to do it. No, yes, there is. We're meant to do something here. We only have a limited time, and it's not all about, you've always heard it, getting that 9 to 5, cradle to grave. Then yeah, you went to school and met your wife and had a family and you went on vacation and then you retired. And then well, guess what your son did? Went to school, found the wife and the family and vacation and retired. Guess what? Nope. And it's not at all to wallow in guilt or being shameful that you didn't accomplish all of that stuff. The best thing that like a scientist can tell you, like if you want to get your life started, you just want to get it going, wait. Just wait. Wait. Why? Because these downloads are going to come in. See, I have to get used to like it's like the time when it's just not happening and it's just like, okay, what I have to do, yoga, meditate, take care of yourself. Take radical care of yourself if you're getting downloads and you're being basically you're chosen. You're just actually what it is that you're clear enough and healthy enough inside of God's brain here. You're now a hair sticking out like with some of his nerve whenever he thinks. You're like, oh, excuse me, I have to say something. Boy, did I see some visions coming in. I have to clean my stovepipe over there. Yeah, I have to do that 3 times a year. Just lit a fire in it, and it's like, well, I didn't do it the third time last year. Anyway, yeah, the downloads like what's coming up with the presidential elections aren't going to be happening anymore. In my lifetime, I'm going to see how that has ended. Um, whether or not something hospitable shows up for the human populace to, it's not going to be a joystick. You're not under the impression that you control these freaks. What it is, see, I don't think it's going to be Antichrist. I think we've had enough of that. It might look like it, and everybody will rebel against it. Just like the analogy that I pulled off with Trump. It's like they just put a piece of shit up there or anything and say, let's see if they recognize the truth that is available to them if they just decide on their own and not hang the messenger. Well, they'll get a robot up there. If you're that dangerous to yourself, nobody's looking forward to that time who's truly intelligent, who says, why can't you fucking figure it out on your own? Why do you have to listen to somebody else? Will you please wait? Stop pushing your kids there, into there, into there, and will you just let go? Go! Do you have something to do while you're waiting and while your kids are waiting to get their download, get their message, get their cue? See, this is the thing about the society of people that gets depressed and stuff like that. It's like, well, are you allowed to get your downloads? Are you getting your downloads? Do you know that depression is not a permanent state? And neither is being whatever you think is the opposite of that. Let yourself to be depressed. Try to be depressed all of your fucking life. See what happens. You're going to see that you're avoiding actually feeling good a lot of the times. You're like, wait a minute. Because you're a creature of habit and it's an indulgence. It's a fucking luxury to just go, and really, I mean, if you really look at it, there's a time when it just goes away, and then you find yourself going, you mean just physical exercise and getting out and loving my animals is all I needed? Yeah, pretty much. But you're just indulging. You're saying, well, I can't go any further than this, and we need to go further. I don't know if you caught my other video, but I hope these videos help people. We are supposed to be bumping each other into our own faculties and celebrating after a while. And for me, I'm going to keep continuing. By the time Pluto gets into Aquarius in January, not far from now, the Librian generation, which includes me, is just going to activate. It's going to activate. Oh my God, it's going to be miserable for the people that are activating into the truth of the hell that they have been creating for themselves and maintaining the self-deception and you know, it doesn't have anything to do with going out into the forest and hallucinating that you see something that's not there. No, it has everything to do with the quality of the human relationships that you are conducting around you. I'll say this once again, this is the truth. If you have decided to try to love your narcissist, like you say you're in love with a narcissist and that you can love a narcissist, you're being converted into a narcissist yourself. In fact, you probably have already died somehow within you. You're very lost. You're looking for a real connection. Um, but you better be careful because they are capable of de-evolving you. If they are the kind that just can't be healed, babe, you better be getting paid big money to babysit that shit.